Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 81 of the Playoff Push podcast. I'm your host, Jack Dobbins, and today I'm joined by two very special guests. We got a little panel going on today. Got Malik Abdul and Taj Bates in the house. How y'all doing?
I'm doing real good today.
I'm doing good as well.
Great to have you two on. Obviously, I just told you, worked a lot with Trenton and with Frederick this summer. So I got to cover you guys, but it's good to finally get to talk with you guys in a long form space. Get to really learn more about your stories and push this out there.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Honestly, Taj, I'm just gonna lead off with you with the first part of you were my younger brother's favorite player in the draft league. I just gotta lead off with that. Every time I would go to a Thunder game, he would ask if you were gonna be there. So I just figured it'd be good for you to know that.
I'm honored, man.
It was very funny because it was like maybe 3 games into my Trenton tenure, and I covered you guys versus Trenton for my first game there. And I don't know why. He was like watching my work and he was like, "Oh man, I wonder if Tosh's gonna be there." But Tosh, so you are from the US Virgin Islands, where you see a lot of ball players. Obviously, they're from the mainland the majority of the time. What do you think that your growing up in the Virgin Islands really helped influence to where you are now?
I mean, growing up in the Virgin Islands, it helped me realize that I have to work probably double or even triple as much as the people on the mainland because I don't get scouted or seen as much as people who live in the States actually. So I think
Hmm.
that helped towards my like work ethic and stuff because I work hard, man, because I have to. It's not an option. I have to work hard.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're a versatile ball player, getting to play all across the infield from third to short to behind the dish. Where did that versatility come from?
It came from growing up actually in Little League. Actually, from T-ball, I always was the kid on the mound. So, that's the kid
Mm.
that's always like making the most plays and stuff. But then my catching actually started when I was 9 and I was catching the 12-year-olds. And my dad was scared for me because he didn't want me to catch the bigger kids. But I told him I got it and he saw that I had heart and I loved the sport and he just let me continue with it.
There we go. I love to hear that. And you really succeeded at the college level. You didn't have a single college season below an OPS of 900. And then you came into the draft league. How did those college years you really think advance you as a ball player, considering you performed extremely well in them?
Yeah, they made me refined actually because every year I got better, I would say, because my freshman year hit 300, probably like 309, then
309 on the dot, actually. That's
309.
crazy.
Then my sophomore year hit 390, 390,
381.
381, and
But
then
still, that's 381.
yeah. Then my junior year was my biggest year. I hit 438. It was top 10 in all Division two in the nation.
Yeah, you knew that one. You knew that one immediately. You were right on that.
That was my best stat. That's why. That's what gave me the confidence to go into the portal. And then luckily I only had one offer actually. I ended up here at Southern University and balled out here too. I had 358 with 11 bombs and 65 RBIs. So yeah.
You have 3 of your 4 college season batting averages memorized. That's pretty impressive. I don't know if I've ever talked with somebody who could name their college batting averages instantly.
That's the main thing I have when it comes to like when I'm talking about baseball by myself because if someone looks at me, oh, he's a short guy, he probably's not that good.
And you also have a pretty good eye from what I've picked up on, including that sophomore year that you mentioned, 35 walks to 18 strikeouts. Only 1 year with more strikeouts than walks, and that was this past season, of course, in a harder competition level. What do you think is really about that eye? How do you think it got so good?
The main thing that helps my eye in the zone is me behind the plate because
Mm.
as a catcher, you get to see the strike zone because you're the closest to the umpire and you're actually catching the ball in the zone. So that's the main thing that attributes to my eyes at the plate when hitting. Because
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah,
And you took part in some baseball scouting thing I picked up on. Can you go more into that? I was very intrigued.
yeah. So this past fall, I was honored enough and lucky enough to actually get into the scouting school, and it's in Arizona every year. A bunch of different organizations send their scouts to teach the new generation of scouts that we're going to be. So thank you to Tyrone Brooks for that opportunity. It like helped with another how to look at the game differently. Being as a player and then working towards being a scout, it's two different areas of the game, two different aspects that helped me a lot because since I'm still playing, I could kind of cheat now. So I know what they're looking for, and I know what to do in order to get them to look at me.
Fire. I was really interested in that because I saw you put it up there obviously on LinkedIn and I was like, wow, this looks sick.
We actually went to the Arizona Fall League. That's where we were
Oh
doing
yeah, absolutely.
the scouting thing. So yeah.
I'm gonna flip it over to Malik for a few questions of his own. You grew up in Detroit, went to Western International High School. You have a very, very good build. You're 6'3" from what I was able to gather. I'm hoping that's correct.
6'4".
Six. Wow. Okay. Baseball reference doing you dirty, man. That's crazy. You know, pitchers is technically a position you expect to be on the taller side, obviously. You have the few exceptions with like Yamamoto, who's like 5'9". I could not explain to you how he throws 100. But with your build, how do you think that you've been able to really use it to your advantage?
I'll say that being a taller pitcher, in my case, I'm real like lengthy. I have a long arm, so I get good extension going down the mound. So to the hitter, kind of the ball looks, I guess, closer, or I'm throwing closer to the catcher per se. So I'll say that I'll try to take advantage of that. I feel like I don't look that tall on the mound, but apparently I do. But honestly, it's just I guess like the intimidating factor. Once somebody sees me on the mound, they like, okay, he's tall. He got to be bringing it. So I feel like it gives me a little edge, a little bit, but not so much of a huge edge.
Yeah, you had a very interesting college career. You
Correct.
know, at Grambling State, ended up at Southern. But
Yeah.
if you look like through there's a little gap there.
Yeah.
What happened during that gap?
I had to get Tommy John. I ended up getting Tommy John after the start of the 2023 season. I ended up getting Tommy John, and then I ended up getting released. Actually, I got released because I needed to get that, and I just kind of grinded in that downtime. Ended up going to Tread Athletics, ended up training there, got a little exposure, got some traction with a couple teams. Southern ended up giving me the best offer and the opportunity to play, so ended up taking advantage of that.
How was that on you, going from needing such a surgery that can kill careers almost immediately and then getting told, "Hey, you can't play with us anymore." Like what did that do to your mental? How were you able to persevere through that to continue on afterwards?
So immediately I was kind of like, I can't be down on myself. I have to think what's next. And honestly, I come from Detroit. It's kind of installed in me of just like hustle and kind of just like keep going, keep pushing. So I kind of just took it as like I have to sit down, take my downtime, try to figure out what I need to do. I didn't try to think too much negative about it, just more so how can I get better and how can I take advantage of the situation.
What would you say is your best trait as a pitcher? Is it your velocity, your stuff, your like your build, like I mentioned? What do you think if you could use one thing to your advantage, what would it be?
I would say being competitive.
Mm,
Even if I don't have everything, I'm gonna compete the best I can. Like I'm just give my all because I can only control what I control. Some days you don't have A pitch, you may have B and C pitch, or some days you may have A and C pitch, or some days you may just have one pitch. You just got to figure out, just kind of, it's kind of like playing a game on the mound with yourself. Like once you see what you have, you just try to take it. You just try to use what you got.
exactly, exactly.
I'll say compensating. I compensate well. I'll say that.
I like that. I like that. Just being able to use what you have, and if you don't have it, you sure as hell give whatever you can towards it. So, with you two playing with each other at Southern and then playing against each other in the draft league, let's lead off at Southern. What was it like, playing on the same team with each other and now being here in this panel?
Let me go first, Taj.
You could go.
So, one thing about Taj, man, playing with him, he's always high in energy. I would tell him, he would be so happy all the time. Taj always happy. He's same person day in, day out. So I would say like, bro, this isn't summer ball, but he'd be like, bro, I love this. I love baseball. And it kind of just showed me like, I probably should be a little more happier. But playing with Taj, is a good teammate all the time. Um, he's always there for you. And, I love him as a teammate. And then transition to the draft league. We ended up taking a picture, but it was good to see a familiar face. Um, and it was just fun. I realized that a lot of people love Taj in the draft league. Like even on my team, like they was like, "Oh, you know Taj?" I'm like, "Yeah, I play with him." They was like, "Bro, we love Taj. Every time he comes, he's always happy. He's always nice." I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's him. That's definitely him."
Thank you, Lee. But playing with League at school, it was fun. It was a lot of fun because Lee's not only like a cool dude, he's also a dog on the mound. So about he said his competitiveness. He's a dog on the mound. Every time he's on the mound, he wants to go right at you. So I love the confidence, and I'm always behind him for that. I'm always behind all my teammates for that. Early on, when we were doing inter squads and stuff, he kept striking me out and stuff. When we went to the draft league, I know, okay, dang, I gotta face him now. I don't want to face him.
He
Yeah.
ended up getting the best of me though. He got a hit. He got a hit. I felt like
Hey.
I gave it to him, but he got a hit off me, so I had to tip my cap.
Gave it to him a little bit. And I would say you guys played for honestly two of the most iconic franchises in the draft league at the time. Obviously, Frederick has transferred back up into affiliation, but Trenton and Frederick are on another level compared to the other programs. What do you think playing on teams with such history affected you guys in the draft league?
Playing on the keys, it affected me in a way as if it felt like it was minor league ball. Like I never felt as if I was in like a different league other than like affiliated ball because the competitiveness, the way our coaches were treating us as if we're actually pro ball players, stuff like that. I always felt like okay, this isn't a dream anymore. This is professional. This is actually what I wanted to do from the day one, the first time I picked up a ball in my life.
I would say, in my case, kind of similar. After like once coming into the clubhouse, I didn't feel like out of place. Like the teammates kind of were very welcoming. It felt like I was there. It definitely felt like I was there. Like I made it and I deserved to be there. I really loved the way everybody carried themselves. It wasn't like ego. It wasn't very egotistic. Everybody was like on one accord, and it wasn't. And it was fun. It was fun baseball. We watched good, clean baseball, competed against really good people. I really enjoyed it. So it kind of just gave me like that hunger of continue to grind and I definitely can play.
Yeah, absolutely. I also have to give a quick shout out to my guys, specifically with your two programs. You have Mike Warren and Gus Balo, two of the
Uh,
GOATs. What was it like interacting with those guys on your own individual squads?
Mike was hilarious. Mike was hilarious. He was always cool. Once we come in, he's cheering us on. Like, yeah, that change. He always like he pays attention to the game. He'll definitely say like, man, that changeup was dirty, or we made sure like we got everything for you guys set up. He did a great job at his job, and just a great guy. Just good energy, and always positive.
Gus is my guy, man. Gus is he's actually the guy that picked me up from the airport 2 days before the league started. So I got a good conversation in with him for that hour and a half bus ride. But he's very meticulous and he keeps everything in order. But while doing that, he also makes sure that you're getting everything you're supposed to get. So he's very caring and I love Gus, man. I got I love Gus, man.
Yeah, I had to say it because, those two obviously helped me with my work in the draft league through media. Also, both former guests of the show, Warren on episode 58 and Balo on episode 65. So you guys are following in their tracks, which is kind of cool. But now you're here on the show. So that's pretty full circle moment from you guys in the draft league. Looking back on your draft league tenure and looking forward to what you hope to do next, what do you hope to carry on from that challenge?
I'll say from going from the draft league, like I said, it showed me kind of what I needed to work on, what I needed to improve, and kind of just where I needed to have my focus and just like honing my craft, perfecting my craft, trying to get better every day. It kind of just showed me like I need to be more efficient. I need to go about things a little more I'll say serious, just to kind of dumb it down. Just take it serious because baseball is hard and we can make it hard on ourselves already. So we gotta try to make it easy, I guess.
Yeah, one thing I gotta carry from the draft league to the next step is I gotta carry the same energy. Like they said, I'm a fun guy. I gotta make sure I'm having fun while playing because when I'm having fun, that's when I'm playing the best actually. So that and I also I have to take what I want. I can't just take what's given. I gotta take what I want. I gotta go out, work.
Alrighty, guys. Any final words for the show?
Thank you for the opportunity, Jack. It's been a pleasure.
Same. Thank you for the opportunity. Hopefully, this gets bigger. Hopefully it continues to grow and you doing podcasts on a bigger scale.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all I can hope for. Just continue to get stories out there, continuing to do what I love. And after my week little hiatus, well, actually, I lied. I meant to say month. I only did like 2 episodes the last month, but I'm coming back and I'm ready to go.
Yes, sir.
There it is, episode 81 of the Playoff Push podcast in the books. As always, I'm your host, Jack Dobbins. Thank you so much to Nathan Ramachandra for setting this up. Thank you so much to Malik and Taj for hopping on. And that's going to do it here. Have a great rest of your day.